What's up, you guys? Thank you for clicking on this video. So, as you can tell by the title, I want to be delving into the Predacon War General known as MAGMATRON. We just found out that he's going to be making an appearance in Legacy United in 2024. He's heavily rumored and pretty much confirmed at this point to be the commander class of next year. And I've been seeing a lot of people online asking, who the heck is this guy? What is his name? Where does he come from? What is this guy all about? And today I am here to answer pretty much all of those questions for you. We're going to be getting into him as a character, a little bit of the history of his previous toys in the past, and since I have his original Beast Machines / Beast Wars Neo figure, I will also be doing a little stop motion review / overview of that figure as well. So yeah, let's get right into this and let's make it cool. The decorated War General MAGMATRON carries himself in a way of elegant and vicious action. He sets a goal and does everything in his power to achieve it and accepts nothing else but victory. Through his alluring leadership, he's admired by his soldiers and earned the rank of Emperor of Destruction, which is the highest rank in the Predacon army. Being a schemer and a planner, willing to undermine Predacon power structure, along with having the strength to fight anyone who challenges him, MAGMATRON sounds at the surface very similar to Megatron's personality, though this is not 100% the case. Megatron is a rebel working outside normal society, while MAGMATRON values his position of power even though he dreams of one day overthrowing the current system. Megatron is more abusive to his soldiers, while MAGMATRON takes a more professional approach, likely due to his professional background as opposed to Megatron's lower class upbringing. MAGMATRON has a mitotic spark, letting him separate into 3 different dinosaur forms named Landsaurus, Seasaurus, and Skysaurus, along with being able to merge into a single beast called Magmasaurus. Taking a look at his figures, he's only ever had one mainline mold until the Legacy United Commander class release next summer. The original was released in February of 1999 in the Beast Wars Neo toy line, along with a Versus pack in that same month with his maximal rival Big Convoy. There was also an all-gold VAC metal release of the mold as a lucky draw giveaway with Big Convoy. The other major release was in the US in the year 2000 under the Beast Machines toy line, which is what I have right here. Would you look at the silhouette of this robot mode, the amalgamation of all these different dinosaurs combined together? It's so menacing and cool, and I cannot wait for the commander class next year. Looking at that head sculpt, menacing face with the pterodactyl wings just hanging off of him. You got the removable missiles which just store on the pterodactyl wings. They don't look too shabby, they're okay I guess. And then you got his sword right here, which has some really nice sculpted details, and I love the purple energy right there. Being that this is a Beast Wars toy, it's got some weirdness to it. So the sword acts as a gun too, so the sword can actually fire the missile, and you can actually plug in the pterodactyl missile in there too, and that fires, which isn't too bad. And if you want him to actually hold it like a gun, you can flip out that little handle there, and you got a hole in the hand and the port on the handle, and you just plug it right in, and that looks okay. I guess it's a little weird. This is Beast Wars we're talking about. I don't like to display them like this too often. I prefer to use it as a sword, which looks absolutely dope in my opinion when you pose him up with it. It just looks nice and menacing and just fits his design and character so much more in my opinion. But it's nice to have options, I suppose. And you got his shield / arm cannon thing right here, which stores 2 more missiles to give it that arm cannon. And the missiles themselves look okay. They got some nice sculpted details. And to plug the shield on there, you got this little hole on his arm, and there's a port on the shield, and it just plugs right in. And in terms of the look, I think it's pretty cool. It's got a nice design and shape to it to give it some nice dynamics on the body once you have the shield on there. And it acts like a cool little arm cannon too, in terms of, you know, referencing G1 Megatron a little bit. So it's got some charm to it, I'll admit. I do really like it. It's pretty. Now for some size comparisons, here he is next to his rival Big Convoy and Beast Wars Neo. And if you guys guys have read the Beast Wars comics from IDW during 2006 and 7, he faces off against Beast Wars Grimlock right here. It was such a cool fight. It's still one of my favorite comic moments till this day, so really nice to have these all together. And then here he is next to Dragon Megatron and Leo Convoy, which if you read those Beast Wars comics, that is also his rival in that comic series, and he kind of shares a little bit of screen time with Transmetal 2 Megatron here too, from what I remember, so I just want to give that little comparison. Articulation time! Now, I didn't go too in-depth in the head articulation. I want to show this in hand. So because of the dinosaur head there, it's a little hard, but because of this little pterodactyl flying feature, which I'll show off later on when I transform it, you got to move out of the way to get that movement on that side. So that's a little annoying, but the pterodactyl arms, you could also move around to give some extra expression. But the main thing that I absolutely hate about the articulation is the freaking gorilla arms. Like, why couldn't they just have added wrist swivel? This is like the main thing that I cannot wait for the new one to fix next year with the Commander class. And you could also move around the sea dinosaur neck all over the place. I'll go in depth a little bit more once I transform him, so it adds some nice expression, which is funny. Transformation time! So taking a look at the dark blue dinosaur here, sorry I can't remember any of the dinosaur names, so just bear with me with that, but it's got some cool sculpted details all around it to give it some more of a realistic look. The chest detailing there is a little bit ugly, along with the mechanical detailing on the back of legs, but hey, it's an organic beast former, you could kind of expect it at this point. And the arms are a little bit odd looking, but you can move them on a couple hinge and ball joints there, which is alright, and the mouth is on a spring-loaded joint there for a gimmick I'll show off later. You got a couple hinges and outward movement for the legs, which is alright for a dinosaur like this. So that gimmick I mentioned earlier is basically just shoving a missile inside of its mouth, and it's on a spring-load joint, so you cock back the top of his head and it shoots the missile out, which is absolutely ridiculous, but it's kind of cute, I'm not gonna lie. So that's about it for the dinosaur there. And taking a look at the pterodactyl looking thing here, it's pretty cool. It's probably one of my favorite or my second favorite. It's a tie between this one and the sea dinosaur. You got this wing feature where you could flap it and it does that effect, which is okay, I guess. I could take it or leave it as far as I'm concerned, but in terms of the articulation, you can move the tail up and down on a hinge joint there. You got multiple hinges in the neck for some nice expressive stop motions or toy photography, whatever you want to do. And you can open and close the mouth, which is very cool. I love that. And like I covered earlier, the legs are on multiple hinge joints and a ball joint there at the base for some nice articulation for whatever you want to do with it. And that's pretty much it for Flying Man Dinosaur Bird thing. And taking a look at what might be my favorite of all the dinosaur modes, there's some nice blue wash on top of the body there, which is cool. A lot of nice sculpted details all around the bottom and just everywhere on this thing. It's really nice to look at as far as I'm concerned, with the long neck and everything. And you got this feature where you could flap the wings. It's on the spring-loaded joint in it, and it works pretty cool. It's another one of those gimmicks where I don't really care about, but the front fins are on ball joints, so you can maneuver that however you want to. And of course, the long neck there is on multiple ball joints and swivels, so you could do whatever you want to do with that, which is really cool. It's probably my favorite part about it. And you could also open and close the mouth, which is awesome. And that's pretty much it for Sea Homie. There's also this combination you could do with the 3 dinosaur modes, which is weird as hell. I'm not even going to try and do it. It is probably one of the most dumbest things I've ever seen. I'll throw up a picture there. That's how this thing looks. It is a monstrosity. It is horrible. But anyway, that's pretty much it with this MAGMATRON figure. He's alright. Some things age good, some things on this figure haven't, like certain articulation joints and some of the gimmicks hindering this figure. It is really annoying. So I'm really looking forward to the Commander class next year, and I'm probably going to end up selling this guy after this video if I already haven't by the time I uploaded this. But yeah, that's pretty much it about this MAGMATRON. I think he's a decent figure. Aftermarket prices, I probably wouldn't really track this guy down if I'm being honest with you, but it is a fun, decent figure for its time. And yeah, I mean, if you want to get it, but I just wait for the new one coming out in like 7 months from now. So, but anyway, thank you guys for watching this stop motion review and little character bio I did at the beginning. Let me know if you guys want to see more of that from my reviews. Hey there, one last thing before I leave. If you want to check out all my social medias, they're linked down below: Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, all that good stuff. My email is also down below if you guys want to email me about some business inquiries, or if you want to get a diorama commissioned from me for your toy photography or stop motions or displays, whatever. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Bye.